were they right to be angry? We have a very long history with Americans. We have an unparalleled partnership, but we've had our differences and we've had tensions between both of our countries. And these are deeply felt because we're so close. We are neighbors, friends, we are family, and it can be very painful when we go through difficult times. But I trust Canadians, and I also trust the American people. I believe that the American people understands that their greatest challenge in the world is not to pick a fight with Canada, and that by working together, we can go through these difficult times and to come out of this even stronger. I think that Canadians perhaps don't understand why Americans are targeting their best friend and their closest ally and partner.
No kidding,
rather
eh?
than targeting other countries in the world.
I liked it when Trump said, Canada hasn't treated the U.S. very nicely. No, not nicely at all. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me if Trump was in with the cartel and said to Mexico, we're putting these tariffs off, or we won't let you bring fentanyl in anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
I know.
Trump is the 5th richest man in the world.
Okay.
He is now.
No, he was last year. America has never had a stronger economy than it has now.
Biden.
No, even before Biden. And
Obama.
well, either way, over the last like 40, 50 years,
Yeah.
U.S. is the richest, strongest country in the world. And yeah, he wants to make America bigger and better and squeeze out the rest of the population.
Obviously.
I thought executive orders had to go through Congress and go through courts.
But he's got all of that tied up.
Response package.
It's all Republican.
We spoke about with premiers.
That's what-
Well, for all of the people on my channel that voted for Trump, I understand why. I just don't think anybody thought about what would happen
Why?
to the rest of the world.
Why did you think that they would vote for
This is a
Trump?
moment where we need to set aside our differences and
Why would
focus
they?
on delivering
Do you
for
think?
Canadians,
Well,
standing up
Trump
for
is,
Canadians, and protecting the most successful
I mean, he are
political,
Ivana, his wife.
military, economic,
He's been
security
married
partnership
3
the world's ever
times.
seen.
He
And that's
has
exactly what we want to do. We have the tools to do it. as a
5
government
children
right now,
by
and we will
3
keep doing
different
it
women,
alongside, our
and
peers.
he's the conservative voice.
A member of the Canada-U.S. Council, Lana Payne,
And that's
said
why
that
I
Ally
don't
would not
like
act as for
Meghan
the US
Markle
is no longer
and
Canada's ally. Do you agree
Harry,
with that?
Prince Harry,
Like I said,
because
I
Whistler
think
is
there are gonna be
spending
people who
$30
are
million
upset and
dollars.
even hurt, by
And they
what's,
were
going
booed
on
last time they were in Vancouver.
They're hosting some sort of.
here. I
In
have
the
faith
Invictus
Canadians,
Games in
but I also have
BC.
faith
Yeah.
in
And
the friendship
you
between
know
Canada
what?
and
The
the United
Invictus
States. Has gone
veterans
through challenging
who were
times
wounded
before,
in war,
but
who
we always make
Harry
it through.
has made about Meghan
Because
and himself.
we've been able to count on each other
I
for
hate
over
their
150 years,
behavior
and we will continue
because
to be
they
able to
talk
do that
about
long into the
compassion
future.
for mental
This is a
health.
friendship that
They
has
know
stood the
nothing
test of
about it,
time,
and they are
despite
2 of the most
challenges that we can
mentally
work on and
ill
we will work on
people
together.
Okay.
walking
We will
on the
continue.
planet.
Okay.
Friends and neighbors.
Okay, let me hear.
Prime Minister, you said earlier that you're not going to move forward on measures that would further divide the country. Does this mean that blocking energy exports is fully off the table?
It means that any conversations around further measures, particularly involving one industry or one region of the country more than another, is something that we're going to do
The problem in the
carefully,
U.S.
thoughtfully,
is the
and
wealth
with
isn't
the full
dispersed
partnership
properly.
of,
It's all in
regional
New York
leaders,
and
provincial
California.
premiers, businesses. No one part of the country should be carrying a heavier burden than any other. We're in this together. We're all going to stand together, and we'll be there for each other from coast to coast to coast.
Well, what does that mean specifically?
And
What
President
does
Trump
that
said in
plan
the
mean
executive
that will
order
be
that
there
it's
together? What
about
the hell
border
does that
and
even mean?
fentanyl. Do
Please,
you think
Lord.
that this is what it's about?
Well, I know what I'm going to do to contribute.